Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name is Taqualaa, and if you guys have been following me for a while, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm actually gonna be showing y'all how I make my ramen. I know in the past couple of videos I went to get products to make my ramen, but I actually didn't show y'all, and that's because that same day, like, I didn't end up making ramen. So today I actually wanted to show y'all how I do it. So yeah, we're just gonna get into it. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification just so you guys get notified when I upload a new video. But yeah, let's just get into it. Bye. So before I boil the water or do anything, I usually like to cut up my onion and my serrano pepper, just because I like to add a little bit in. Probably like half of them will go in while it's boiling, and then half of them I will leave them out until like towards the end, just because I like my onions and my serrano peppers to be like crunchy. So I just leave half of them out, and then I put half of them in just to get them to have flavor, like the broth to have flavor and spice, of course. If y'all know how serrano peppers are, then yeah, they're pretty spicy. They're a lot better than jalapenos. That's why I don't add jalapenos into my my ramen. But if that's what you like, if you're used to jalapenos, then you can use that instead of the serrano peppers. Okay, so moving on to our broth. So I usually like to turn it to 4. And then we're gonna do a cup of water, and we're gonna add that. And then we're gonna add our bone broth, which I got this at Walmart in my last video. And this is 32 ounces, and we're just gonna use the rest of this that's in here. So it is about 2/3 of a cup. We're gonna use that. Put it in here. Actually, we're gonna use like half a cup. I'm not gonna use it all, because yeah, or should I just use Yeah, we're just gonna use it all. That's fine. So 2/3 of a cup, we're just gonna add that in there. We're gonna take our chili oil and we're just gonna add this, which I'm pretty sure I used like half a tablespoon. We'll do a tablespoon. Yeah, there you go. So this is gonna be a tablespoon of hot chili oil. Like I said, I like my ramen very spicy, so that gives it more of a spice to it. And then we're gonna also add our oyster sauce. There you go. So we're gonna add this oyster sauce, and I believe I do add half a tablespoon of this. Yeah, that looks perfect. So half a tablespoon of some oyster sauce. And it's tablespoon, not teaspoon. Remember that, okay? And then we're gonna add some toasted sesame oil. This is what makes my my broth. So for this one, I believe it is gonna be half a tablespoon as well. So same as chili oil, it'll be 1 tablespoon. And as you can see, I'm adding all the liquids first before I add any of the powders. Just a little bit of some rice vinegar, not a whole lot, because if you add too much of this, it's just gonna throw everything off. So honestly, like half of a teaspoon of that. We're gonna add some minced garlic. I honestly love garlic, so we're gonna add half a tablespoon of that. So moving on, we're gonna go with this vinegar, powdered vinegar, ground vinegar, sorry. And we're probably gonna do a tea. Look, I know it looks stupid on camera and it doesn't make any sense because I could have literally scooped it out of the glass container, but look, when I was pouring it into the teaspoon, I was trying to envision myself as if I was like pouring it straight into the pot, because that's what I usually do. Like I said, I don't really do measurements when I make my ramen, but for the video I just wanted to do measurements, which, to be honest, I ain't gonna lie, it really did make a difference, and I probably would prefer doing it by measurements rather than just, you know, eyeing it and going by my like taste or like, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I know it looks stupid, but it's really not, because I was just trying to envision. But yeah, anyway, back to the video. So a teaspoon of ground vinegar, and then we're gonna go with a teaspoon of lemon pepper. And honestly, so we're gonna add some crushed red pepper as well. And for this, I usually just like to do just because I don't like the crushed red pepper when I eat it, it's just, I don't know, it just tastes like grain, or it's kind of like the feeling of like grain, so I just don't like that. Add a little bit of that just to give it more of a spice. And then for onion powder, honestly, I'm probably gonna do half a tablespoon. No, I'll just stick to. I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons of onion powder, add some paprika, and we're gonna do a teaspoon of that. And then some cayenne pepper, we're also going to do a teaspoon. So all of these are pretty much going to be teaspoons. Garlic powder. So 2 2 teaspoons for garlic powder. If you don't like too much of any of these, then of course you can break it down to like however much you like in there, but this is just how I do it. So, and then for parsley flakes, I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit, not too much, just like kind of shake it in there, like 1 shake and it'll be good. And then for ground pepper, I'm not gonna add too much of this, just a sprinkle, honestly, because that was kind of too much. So just sprinkle it in there to your liking. And then last but not least, we're gonna add a little bit of salt. Not too much, just a little bit. So just sprinkle it in there to your liking as well. And we're just gonna stir this up just a little bit, just so the spices can get mixed up in there. And now we're just gonna add probably like a handful, like half a handful of onions. Gonna add 6 of the serrano slices that we cut. And then we're just gonna leave the other half until we put our noodles in. So we're just gonna wait for that to boil. So I almost forgot, we're gonna add some chicken. So we're just gonna cut some chicken up. I'm gonna cut this in half. Just gonna use 1/2. Maybe not even half. So I'm just cutting this up and I'm just giving it to my dogs. So I try to cut it as thin as possible, just so that you don't have to cook it very long and it'll cook fast. And I don't like big chunks in my ramen as well, so that's also another thing. This knife is so dull, I should have used a different one. Okay, so we got our chicken cut up, so we're just gonna add it to our broth. So now that it's boiling, I used Top Ramen. This is all they had at Sam's Club. And these last very long if you buy them at Sam's Club because they're in like a huge pack. I wait till it gets soft on both sides and then I'll end up breaking it apart. So once it gets soft enough, I just open it up and then I just kind of make sure it gets in there. So personally, I don't like my noodles like soft. I kind of like them a little bit hard because once I put it in the bowl, the broth is still gonna be hot, so it's still gonna be cooking the noodles. So once it's like this, I don't know if you can tell, they're not that soft, so I'll leave them like for 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes, and then I'll turn off the oven. And as you can see, I already have my bowl with the serranos and the onions. So after that is done cooking, I like to kind of scoop the noodles in first. I don't know why, but I just like doing this first. Obviously it's going to be easier if you just pour everything in there, but I don't know. I'm just weird. And then get everything in there. I'm gonna just pour it in. And there you go. You have some ramen. It looks so good, doesn't it? Look at that. of the chicken, your onions, serranos. Oh my god, I'm like, my mouth is watering, so I'm gonna eat this. So since we're done making our ramen, let's do a taste test. Gonna get all that in there. Gonna get some serrano peppers. Gotta get a piece of chicken if we can. Alright, and let's try it out. I did that. It's so good. Super spicy. Just how I like it. So good. Oh my god. If y'all make it, let me know down in the comments down below how y'all like it. For the most part, y'all should already have most of these ingredients in your spice cabinet. If not, what are you doing? Like, what are you even adding to your food? But yeah, for real, no. But yeah, if you try it, let me know how it tastes. I want to know if y'all like it or not. Super spicy, I will say that. Like I said, if you do use jalapenos instead of serranos, it's not going to taste as spicy. But if you're not like on that spice level, then of course you can like add or take out the spices that are in here. But if you like it, if you need more heat, you can add on as well. You can do whatever, but this right here, so good.